Welcome to Sew with Monty. This is part 4 of the bomber jacket, and we've sewn the lining to the self or the outer part of the jacket now, all the way around the waist, the front, and the collar, and the cuffs. And this is what the cuff looks like sewn together. So right sides are together, the rib is inside, and that's how it's sewn up. Now we're going to go over, I'm going to flip it over here, and we're going to do the crazy part. We're going to find the hole in the sleeve, this opening right here, and we're going to stick our hands in here and we're going to start turning the jacket inside out through this hole. Now when you do this, you've got to have faith that this is going to work because it takes some doing. You just keep turning it and turning it and turning it, and eventually your jacket will appear. And it's something else. You just keep pulling it through the hole. You're actually pulling it through the sleeve now. So you just keep pulling. Still pulling, but still worth it. Now we're almost there. Going to get the other sleeve out of here. See, and eventually, believe it or not, the jacket is turned inside out. So amazingly, the jacket turns inside out. And there you go, it's our right side out. And here's the lining. The sleeves are all finished. The only thing we have to do now is we have to finish off these corners. Now this might require a little hand stitching, but it pales in comparison to what it would have been if we'd hand stitched the entire lining in. So what you do here is you just make sure everything's nice and neat underneath, like this, and then you take your lining and you fold it in a compatible manner to yourself, and you whip stitch this little corner up. I'm going to put a pin in 45 degrees, and I'm going to actually do a pick stitch, and I'll pick stitch this little corner together. I'll do the same on the other side, and then remember the hole we have in the sleeve where we turned it? So we have to go back into here, and we have to find this hole right here, and we have to stitch it up. Now because it's in the sleeve, you could edge stitch it on your machine because no one's going to see it. If it's in the body, if you decide to leave your hole in the body, I would suggest maybe hand stitching it together. But since this is in the sleeve, I'm just going to edge stitch it with my sewing machine and close it up. So let me go ahead and finish the sewing on this, and then I'm going to show you one last option. It's not required, but I'm going to show you how to put a top stitch all the way around your jacket. It's not necessary to do it, but I think it adds a little bit of style to the jacket. The bomber jacket is finished. What I've chosen to do is I put a top stitch alongside the zipper and around the neck. Reason being, the top stitch will help hold back the facing and the self from getting caught in the zipper when I'm wearing it. I also put a little top stitch on the tabs here so that it kind of adds a little cute design there. And then, let me undo this here. I want to show you the inside. The corners here, where they were loose, I just pick stitch around the corners and cleaned them up. You can't even tell. And the last thing is the opening in the sleeve has been edge stitched here. So it's edge stitch closed right there. You can't even tell that either. And it's a cute little jacket. I've had it on. I'm looking forward to wearing it. And I hope when you do yours that you'll enjoy making it and wearing it also. And there you have it, bomber jacket.